Okay. We got a lot of stuff, I think. Oh, this is actually an Afro skin? It's crazy. Business Dog Anubis? This is looking pretty solid. Let's just check out the skins real quick, you know? Wait, what is this called? Season of Hope. Alright, Season of Hope update. Patch notes. Me cringe. Can you read a British accent? No. Alvin Enchanter Morgan. Fenrar XD. Skin looks fine. Little Surtur skin, Ama skin. Dude, there's a lot of skins. Danza skin. Dan's looking kind of cute in that. Cryomech Ymir. Lich Lord AMC. Lich Reborn AMC. Oh, what the fuck? Keen Wizard Zeus. Dude, there's a million skins. Witch of the Woods Nox. Witch of the Mire Nox. Arcane Charmer Zeus. Lightbringer King Arthur. Alright. We'll just talk about Battle Pass stuff. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Hope Reborn event. Sure. Quality of life. Split rank towards. Okay. HUD update? Oh, okay. We got a whole new HUD update. No picture to look at for this, but that's cool. Little new HUD. HUD action. Alright, bug fixes. UI stuff. Oh, teammate relics. Thank God, dude. This is the one thing I wanted so badly. I want to be able to see people's relics again. Alright. I don't really care about bugs, to be honest, too much. Walk through enemy conquest boosters. Okay. That seems pretty good fix. Proc fave loops. I don't know. Nice. We fixed a bunch of bugs. That's all that matters. I'm not going to go through these. It's too much. Tooltip fixes. Alright. Now we're getting to the juice here. This is March 28th this comes out. For no shell. True. Okay. Player kill reward changes. Decrease the amount of XP for killing lower level players. 0.1 to 0.2. Killing player more than 4 levels below you will no longer award XP. Jesus. Okay. Increase the amount of XP for killing higher level players. Bonus firefighter, increase from 0.25 to 0.4. Killing player 1 level higher equals 12% increase, 2 levels 20%, 7, 40%. What was it before? Dude, shutdowns were already so broken, I feel like. Receiving the shutdown accolade now gives a bonus similar to Frostblood GP. First Blood. Jeez. I can't read. 200 XP, 50 gold. For getting a shutdown. 4 teammates receive assist rewards even if they're out of range or dead. Oh, okay. Dude, shutdowns are gonna be so big. What the fuck? Increase setup time from oh, slash. Soul rule will now be 1 gem or 50 favor. Oh, okay. Ranked reset. Ranked players at MMR values will have some sort of reset applied to them in Rank Conquest. Captain MMR 3500 players will reset to 3k, and this effect will get proportionally weaker down the scale. Players close to 1500 will notice only a very slight reset. Master GM will be reset to D1. Other ranks, okay. So there's gonna be a reset. That's what it looks like. That's cool. 2 kills every time. Yeah, maybe that's the play. I don't get what counts as a shutdown. Like do you get 2 kills and then you're shut like that? If you die, is that a shutdown? Art environment. Extension the conquest map now begins to grow and flourish. Okay. It's undergone multiple art updates to feature a variety of glowing plant life, pools of water. That's pretty cool. I like the like evolving map. 3. Okay. Multiple adjustments have been made to the jungle pass. The rocks around the back heartbeat camps in all 4 quadrants have been changed to allow for quicker pathing between camps and lanes. This results in a slightly more open space for team fights directly north or south of FG. Okay. Cool. T stash. Mechanic is the Cyclop Thieves. These are a larger version of the Cyclop Rogues from Season 1, and they now have their own dedicated camp. This camp is a new type of dynamic gold that scales depending on how ahead or behind your team is compared to your opponents. This unique reward makes this camp especially valuable, so players should prioritize it highly when clearing, or will also be a likely target for invades from the leading team. Back Harpies on the Gold Fury side of the map have been replaced with a Cyclone's camp, which spawns extra treasure chests for the team that is behind in overall gold. Okay. One bonus chest spawns for every 1,000 gold your team's behind, to a maximum of 5 chests. Destroying a chest awards 10 gold plus 1.6% of your team's gold deficit, up to a maximum of 500 team gold. Invading and destroying enemy's chest awards nothing. Okay, so you get chests, and you get more chests depending on how behind you are, and if you're ahead, I guess you just get the base number. There must be just like a set of like one chest guaranteed to spawn, I'd guess. Because this doesn't talk about the base number, but I think there's probably just one. Bonus chest is distributed unevenly across all teammates. 40% goes to the teammate with the least amount of gold, 30% goes to the teammate with the second amount of gold, and 30% is split equally. Okay, so the bottom two people get a lot more gold than the top three. PCs. Because these are getting 10, 10, 10, 30, 40. Responds every 2 minutes. And the camp have the same stats as back harpies. Okay. Huh. That's pretty interesting. This change rate looks simple, but it has a huge impact. The first effect, the level 1 starts. Killing this camp in the same way as before will no longer provide level 2 before the wave. This will also have a big impact on junglers, sometimes mids, who will need to show up to clear the camp 2 times as often or will risk losing some farm efficiency. Okay, so this is what it was. They changed the time respawn for backs. 2 minutes, okay. We're generally happy that there's more PvP combat on the 10.1 map, but we wanted to specifically address junglers and challenge them more in their gank timing and farm timing. Makes sense? So it's 42 minutes, Elder Harpy got nerfed a little, so it seems like it'll impact starts. Any good changes? I haven't really gone to much. This is more map changes so far, Akira. So you haven't missed too much. But yeah. Backs got reduced to 2 minutes, and they're worth less also. But I think net it'll be more. Wait, let's see. It looks like it's almost halved actually. It's just halved. Okay, so everything's halved. So it's worth the same amount, but you have to be there more often. And for the starts, it'll be worse. So I think if you all, on solo side, everybody's been 3 split in. Speed, red, blue, and backs. And I think now if you do a start, everybody will be 1. So it kind of loses a lot of value. So it seems like there's going to be more starts to play with. Closely matched Fire Giant's actual leash range. Okay, that's cool. Decrease duration of Fire's Might and Fire's Rage. Enhanced from 4 to 3 minutes. I don't know what these are even, honestly. Per second. Magical power. Okay, so it's stronger, but it's not as long, I guess. I don't know if these are buffs or nerfs for Fire. Gold Fury will now attack and damage close range enemies that attempt to body block it. And it's faster, so you probably can't run it around. So you gotta be tanking gold to do it now. Alright, new UI looks nice. Is it on the patch right now? If they're showing the UI, I'll go look real quick, because I'm kind of curious what it looks like.
Extra options nested in a couple of these, like health bars.
It looks easier to navigate, but I don't really care about this, to be honest. No, this isn't a bonus patch. This is a legit patch. This part's already? Oh, okay. Let me go back then. By UI, I was thinking like in-game stuff. Oh, so tab's different, and his shop's a little different. A little boxier. Do they show out at like lobby or no? Okay, so it's more HUD. I don't mind it. Top. The store looks a little weird to me, but I don't mind. That type of thing, I just need to get used to it. I'll be happy with it though. I think it's fine. It looks like good in changes. Okay, so going back to this, gold, you can no longer like run around in a circle. So you have to tank gold to be able to do it, which makes gold way harder, to be fair. Because you're bound to take damage doing it. Pyro will attack and damage close range enemies that attempt to body block it. Okay, so same deal. Pyro is not as big a deal though, because you can kind of tank it more easily. Bastion's health are gone up, which is interesting. Increase power on tower. Decrease the scaling versus minions. Protect lanes more from ganks and make it an inverse change to keep towers clear versus minions at the same speed as always. Okay. I see, I see. So it's equal against minions, but it's better against gods. Remaining back harpies disabled. Hit reactions on those minions. Tearing back harpy. Oh, so they don't get knocked back anymore. Thank God. I think that's wait. These will now spawn multiple harpies at a single time. The midpoint of the camp's respawn timer, and we're also adding more harpies roaming through locations at more contestable farm. Tearing harpies spawn halfway through the timer. Back harpies. There's new roaming mids. Tearing harpies spawn halfway through the respawner. Wait. Back harpies. Oh, mid harpies. Okay. 45 seconds after the camp's cleared. These roaming harpies split off. One roaming towards chaos. Gotcha. That's interesting. A little more contested farm, like they said. But the harpies are removed one from each. That seems weird to me. I guess it net add of one harpy is what it looks like. So they didn't add one add too much mid harpy neutral contestant, but they went add a little. Decreased magical base attack damage for 1710. Probably a mage ADC nerf hidden within the conquest map balance section, but it still makes no sense to put it here. Okay. Did Pearl Wolf increase magic base attack damage? I guess it did. I guess it did increase physical too. Silver buff Scorpion. There's been a lot of discussion on solo lane, especially in the high rank. We wanted to add more value to this lane to help solos keep even the rest of the map and make. Dude, solos were already even. I'm gonna be serious, but let's make each fight between solos themselves more meaningful. The neutral farm and evading buff camps both be more valuable, and the totem will totem aura will create a lot more kill potential. Okay, so they're increasing reward for the cooldown camp, which I like either way. I think that camp should be worth more. Blue buff camp is worth more now also. And the minis are also buffed. So blue buff's kind of like the most valuable camp, I feel like. I think we'll see a lot of contention on solo blue buffs. There already is some, but like this camp's kind of juiced. Capture the hero once gets its reward buff to all gods on the team. Oh, so they went back to this because it wasn't doing that? Totem damage aura. Increase damage output from 10 to 15. Okay. So they made the aura bigger, the range bigger and more damage, sure. Alright, we're on to the healing stuff, which I think is the deuce of the patch, right? Oh, jeez, dude, there's so much stuff. Alright, let's get to it. Oh. Alright, healing's a powerful, effective mind. We want to make a more in-depth and detailed driven approach to adjust the balance and want to do a more in-depth details versus amounts of healing. With all changes combined, we expect to see lower healing numbers overall, but more player control over healing. It will be less likely to heal by huge amounts, but also more rare to have healing reduced to 0%. Okay, healing gods and items, more utility and additional effects instead of relying entirely on healing. Sure. Healing abilities will no longer have power scaling on any gods. After any hell, receive level-based scaling on their healing. Other gods will have no scaling. Only ranking up an ability or buying healing increased items will increase their healing. Makes sense. Gods and items across the game will receive nerfs to their healing abilities, lifesteal stats. Sure. Alright, do I need to go into all this? Okay, let's go to the system changes. That seems more important. The brawling system has been removed from the game. Players no longer have 40% decreased healing when they haven't recently engaged in God versus God combat. That's big. Healing reduction will now be capped at 80% reduction on the afflicted target. Okay, so you can't overcap healing reduction anymore. You always guaranteed have 20% healing. Gods like Cicada and Osiris will be only accepted except for their gods. Abilities and kits. Physical lifesteal cap has been increased from 100% to 50%. Oh wow, that's big. Magical lifesteal cap has been reduced from 65 to 40. Okay. I do like those. Shear reduction items will be introduced in this update. Alright. Shear reduction has a cap of 80%. Understood. Let's see. Okay, we got new healing bolstering items. Restoring Wand. 650 gold, 15 power, health mana. T2, gold, power, health mana. Gold, power, health mana again. And then healing dealt is increased by 30%. Allied gods within 30 units have 10% cooldown. That's a new aura there. Cooldown aura is very new. So that's pretty cool. New map. I mean, I could look at the changes on the map real quick, but this is probably the last time I'll check this out because I didn't have pictures. Let's see. Do they show the map at all? Oh, here. I like the visual changes regardless. Was that all they showed? I don't know. Oh well. Usually we'll see if it impacts or not. I'm not sure. If trees all impact Thoralts and stuff. Alright, so this is a little lower power, a little higher health mana, cheaper item. Passive, successfully hitting enemy gods with basic attacks and abilities provide a stack of 6% healing dealt that is consumed by the next ability heal used. Max of 8 stacks. You may only gain 1 stack per god hit per ability. Okay, so you stack. This is like a self-healing one. And it works on ability heals. Oh, not self, like it could be on like an Afro 3 or whatever. But it enhances heal that way. Rather than scaling, you have to use this passive. Where you gotta get stacks by hitting gods. That's cool. This is a little higher power than the last two. A little lower health mana. Cheaper actually. And has pen. Last grasp. This item's stats just look really good right off the bat to me. After healing an ally with an ability, you gain 10 magical power per 10% of their missing health for 6 seconds. Interesting. They seem like a decent like Changa item or something. Yeah, the stats on this item are just solid. Like they're just really good. But I guess you need to have healing, which is the only complication here. But you're healing an ally, so I don't know how you're gonna do this on Anubis. Sorry. Okay, that was magical tree. This is physical tree. Fortified separate magical power plus. Renamed to fortified staff to avoid confusion. Gotcha. Okay, power health MP5. Power health MP5. Power, health, MP5, and cooldown. Healing delta increased. Yep, this is the CAD Club. And the aura, cooldown, and movement speed. The other one didn't have movement speed, right? This one just had cooldown. And now this one has cooldown and movement speed both as an aura. This aura looks, oh, it's CCR, not cooldown. CCR and movement speed, sorry. Wow, CCR and aura is probably pretty solid too. These items look pretty good. Yeah, 700 is a lot for a T1. 100% agreed. This probably won't be a rushed item, but... is this 700 too? This is 650. Yeah, maybe we'll rush the other one because pen, but I don't know. Okay, so this one has attack speed on it. After healing yourself or an allied god with an ability, you gain 10% attack speed and 5% basic attack damage for 6 seconds, stacking 3 times. 3 times. Dude, does tick healing stack this then? Right away this sounds like a good like all-around item. Oh wait, this is Fizz, huh? Yeah, maybe a Cupid then. Horus or something, maybe. But yeah, the 3 times, I'm not sure if that stacks with ticks or not. I guess like Guan, but like I don't know what you want attack speed on. Like I don't know, Guan attack speed's fine, but like it'd give her attack speed, I guess too. Okay, this gives cooldown as well as these 3 stats that were power, health, and P5. After healing yourself or an ally guy with an ability, for the next 6 seconds, each time you damage an enemy god, your non-ultimate abilities cooldowns are reduced by 0.5 seconds. This already seems really good to Guan. This reduction can only occur once per second, and the effect may only occur once every 12 seconds. Okay, gotcha. This seems like good on like Guan, I feel like. Yeah, that's true. Like you could do it to yourself with like Achilles or even Herc. Seems quite good actually. New anti-shield oriented items. Understanding healing. We can the risk of seeing an increased priority on HP shields. Sure. Erosion. 2350 gold. Fairly cheap. 3030, 350. Pretty solid prots or base stats. Every time an enemy within 30 units gains a shield, you gain 10% movement, or I don't know how I said that. You gain 50% movement speed for 4 seconds. This effect can only occur once every 10 seconds. And you have an aura. Any shields applied on enemy gods within 30 units will be reduced by 30%. 30% is a large number. So this will affect things like Shell, Yamoja. I guess it affects like Odin's, Nikes. Might be good plays into those. Like you could honestly you could have this as like if somebody needs like a Phantom Shell, you could have this in almost like a counter to it. Say you're like Odin and they Phantom Shell your cage or Cabrakan, and then you just have like a erosion. So you force them to shell and make them get less value. Oh yeah, this should own Vamana really hard actually. I wonder how like if it makes those characters unplayable or not. Oh yeah, true. Against Khepri, you're guaranteed getting this 50% movement speed, and you're just reducing his passive. Gem of Iso rework. Enemies hit by your damage abilities will move 30% slower and will have shields applied on them reduced by 50% for 2.5 seconds. Can only occur once every 10 seconds. This looks actually pretty good. Gem of Iso might be back, dude. Gem of Iso pass true. I'm not gonna lie, 30% slow every 10 seconds plus 50% shield reduction is a lot. I think this will get some purchase. Okay, Envenomed rework. Envenomed Deathbringer rework. Poison them still. This poison slows them by 10%. That's the same. Reduces their healing by 35% and shields applied to them by 50%. Jeez, dude. This looks kind of better for killing frontliners, but the poison, like the damage reduction was actually pretty solid. But I think it might be better still. Oh yeah, Bloodforge nerf with all these shield nerfs. Shards and relics, all nerfs. So reducing lifesteal, okay. Lifesteal from 20 to 15, 5 to 8 for physical. Okay. Healing's getting nerfed 10 plus 3 to 10, 8 plus 2. Mana gain's unaffected, okay. That's gonna be the same here. 30 plus 4 to 20 plus 3. Okay, so Med's just nerfed across the board, basically. 50% to 40%. Alright, this is all the, like, the relics and shards. Getting sustain off them. Okay, so all the items are basically, they're just getting lifesteal off them because they just want healing to be less impactful overall. The point to remove Med. Cooldown Med's still gonna have impact. I don't think... We'll have to see, in theory, but cooldown Med, like, you didn't get this for the healing, it was fine. But you have to keep in mind, Brawling's gone, so you can actually med out of cooldown, out of combat, sorry. You can med out of combat for full effect. So you have to keep that in mind too. You no longer have to be in combat to get like the Brawling thing. They're just, you're always full heal for full amount. Death they buffed the physical power to make it more viable, but they nerfed the healing on it, because this was like a big healing thing. Okay. Your active non-ultimate cooldowns by 0.33. So Death's Embrace reduces cooldown now. Basic attacks that deal damage in AoE, restore less health for each enemy hit after first, and only count once for cooldown. Okay. So they nerfed the healing on this, but it now reduces your cooldowns, which is interesting. Increase the amount of stacks gained from a kill or assist from 5 to 10. Okay, so that's just a random death temper buff. Because this kind of got nerfed or shift, so they're not sure, so they're going to buff this to make Death Toll a little bit better. We got a calc price buff. Dude, 700 was so much for this, so this is good. Power's up, lifesteal's down, attack speed's up. Cal looks good here. This is just straight buffs in my opinion. More power on Hunter's Cal. Decrease lifesteal by 5, attack speed's up. Lifesteal by 5, power is up by 20 on this one, and attack speed. Jeez. So I think Cal might be meta for ADCs, but we'll see. More gold gain from Gilded. These are just Gilded buffs. Okay, so we're buffing Hunter starters, basically. Gilded looks pretty solid to me, too. 10% pen on this is kind of big deal, I feel like. But Gilded looks really good. I know nothing. Okay. We've decreased total damage from 40 to 40, okay. So they're nerfing Bluestone Starter by a little bit of damage. Total base range 180 to 160. Sure. Decrease health and mana restore. Damage is the same. Increase damage from protections 1 to 1.5%. Dude, this is a lot of sustain. I'm surprised they didn't nerf it on Sundry next, but that's fine. Off of other damage items. Only trigger on ability damage. Gotcha, that's good. Ooh, some Bumba's nerfs. Or buffs, not nerfs. I like Bumba's dagger buffs. It's a shift apparently, but we got 3 power, decreased health restore, which seems kind of like really unnecessary, but that's fine. Decrease health restore, Bumba's hammer, 10 power, magical power, decrease health restore. So we're giving items power in exchange for health healing. Fuck. Increase power scaling, 5 to 10%. Decrease health restore. Okay. I don't know if this needed that, but fair. They're just doing across the board. Increase power. I'm surprised they didn't nerf the sustain on this. But it's HP 5, so maybe they see it differently. Just straight seer buffs. Straight eye buffs. Okay. Honestly, I mean, this is only 5 power. That's not a big deal. 5 power early is a big deal for eye, though, so we might see that be bought more. 10 power on magic's kind of crazy. Decrease health restore 10 to 12. Decrease health restore on boon. Decrease health restore on benevolence. On Lonos. Decrease it on this, I didn't have any sound going through, so my headset turned off. Okay, decrease cost of Vamp Shroud. by 50, by 5 power up, increase MP5 on it, decrease heal. Increase power by 20, increased health, decreased heal. 20 power is a lot actually. Power on this is by 10, increase prots by 10, decreased heal. Increase prot, decrease heal, increase prot, decrease heal. You get pen per stack now on devs. So devs buff. Decrease healing though on it from 15 to 10. Oh, pen's down. No, it's still 15 instead of 10. Oh, okay, gotcha. Pen's up by 5 on this item. Add 10% attack speed to Bloodforge. Wow. This is better for junglers. Maybe better for ADCs too. This will be nice actually. This will be a nice item to go earlier, I think. Increase power on Soul Eater, decrease lifesteal, increase power, decrease lifesteal. Increase power here too. So overall 10 power buff on Soul Eater. Decrease lifesteal though. 5 power, decrease lifesteal. Decrease lifesteal, decrease lifesteal. Passives up and durations up on Magus, decrease lifesteal. It's gonna be a lot of these. Increase power, decrease lifesteal. Same. Whew. Feels like I'm being like redundant here. They're just covering everything, you know? I'm just trying to get to God changes, dude. Increase power. Increase cost. Decrease lifesteal. Decrease scaling. Decrease healing. This item looks worse to me. But Soul Gem's kind of OP, so. Increase power, decrease lifesteal, increase power, decrease lifesteal. Passive, 4 from 25% to 40%. So it comes in quicker. You get the power. This might be a buff to Bancross. This is way cheaper by 150. Increased power, decreased. Oh, increased pen, 20%, decreased lifesteal, decreased healing from lifesteal. Oh, okay, we got a lot of items out of the way. Increase cooldown from TP by 20 seconds. Cooldown by 20 seconds. Frostbound, 50 gold buff. Increased power. Item is only available to Assassins Warriors. Okay. 100 gold cheaper. Cooldown passive, 15 seconds. Runeforge might be good. Health is up. Mitigation down. 10% damage output reduction to the debuff mark of this item. So it'll fail not buff. Damage reduction on it. Transcendence buff by 100 gold. That's pretty nice. I think we'll see a lot of Transcendence be bought. We're getting a little Demon Blade buff. I don't know why. And a little Boomerang buff. Dude, crit's so OP. Oh, I hate hunters. Griffin Wing buff, okay. So now has you gain, yeah. I think these items actually technically had it, but this was like this was just bound to happen. These items to be necessary, to be like relevant, you kind of need gold and gain. Decrease scaling on Divine. I'm down for that. Ooh, little Rod to Hootie buff. This is a me buff. We love Rod. This is actually a big deal too. When the passive comes into play. Dude, Rod's maybe OP. That's how I'm feeling. Doom Orb, removed mana. Okay. Added percent pen. Increased movement speed. It's got percent pen. Dang. I wonder if this will be good. Percent pen has 5. Wait, let me just look at the item real quick. Doom Orb. So it has MP5 still. So I don't think the flat mana matters. But it has percent pen. And more move speed. You might be able to rush it still. Or it might be it's probably better rushing. But it's still expensive. So we'll see. Ooh, Deso buff. Okay, this is a me patch for mages. I think, I mean, still MP5 is all you need on this item. I think it'll be fine. But I think their goal is to make it a more late game item. Dude, Deso is gonna be OP, dude. This item is broken. Not kidding. Okay, we're getting to the gods now. That was all the items. Some cool item changes, I think. I think I like it generally. The meat and potatoes here. Okay, Kiss. This ability now deals damage to gods, okay. Aphrodite now shares 50% of MP5 and 20% of her physical and magical protections with her soulmate, instead of sharing portion of her mana regeneration. Okay, this is kind of OP. 20% of their prots is really strong. Decrease heal per tick. Sure. So it now scales on levels, no power, and the base number is like way down. The healing is like significantly less on this. It's very significant. But the ability now provides a flat 0.25 seconds ability cooldown reduction per tick to self and allies, including on this ability. Sheesh. That's not good, by the way. Still not good, don't play her. Yeah, right, dude. No way this is just not good. Using this ability provides self and ally the jealousy effects for 5 seconds. And the jealousy effects are like increased damage. 5 second jealousy, increasing their damage dealt by 8 to 20%. And this, whenever you get jealousy, you're doing damage too now. Dude, this sharing prot sounds really broken, and the reduced cooldown sounds really good. And the ult's just better too. We'll see where Afro goes with this. She might be better in damage rolls because of this, but this makes me think she's just going to be a tank roll. Sharing the prots and just making an absolute hyper carry has got to be so good. Okay, on to Hell. Light Stance passive. Hell now applies 8% power reduction to enemies in the aura radius instead of giving increased healing to allies. 8% power reduction. That seems pretty good. Scales up as she becomes attuned to the stance. Okay, so 8's max, but it'll scale up. Projectile now goes through walls. This is Hell's 1 in damage stance, by the way, so her 1 in light stance went through walls, and now her 1 in damage stance now goes through walls also. Decrease the heal on the 1. Has no scaling. Scales per level. Significantly less healing. But it now damages now it damages and passes through minions. Provides a mana heal to self and allies on successful hit. Okay, so it gives a little mana too. It's kind of a shift. These are like okay, these are buffs, I think, but they're just shifts. They're healing shifts, you know? Like Hell's gonna be less of a healer and more of a damage dealer. Which I think is healthier for the game. She might be broken though. Decrease self heal on her. This is her 3. In light stance, it has no magical scaling, it's based on level scaling. Decrease ally per tick, also nerfed. These are pretty significant nerfs. Okay, yeah, same with for minions. This ability now provides 20% attack speed to self and allies for the duration. So it's kind of a stim. You're kind of stimming your team. It's minions. Yeah. You give a 20% attack speed is pretty significant. You're stimming your team with your heal. Your 3 heal. Switch stance to decrease cooldown from 2 seconds to 1 second. So you can swap stances more often. There's no like not as much of a gap. Alright, go to Umoja. Decrease heal from 30 to 130. Plus power to 20 to 100. And it can't go higher than that. This doesn't scale literally at all. Outside of putting points in it. Increase shield from 30 to 130 to 30 to 150. That's not that much of a shield increase, I feel like. Increase the damage 50 to 170 to 65 to 180. So it does more damage though. The shield damage, okay. So Umoja lost healing for shielding and damage. But keep in mind there's like the anti-shielding item, so it should make her a little worse with that. I don't know. I don't know how to see that one. Decrease heal. So it's just flat heal. Minions are healed and damaged for 25% of the amount. So you can now hit minions with your Sylve too, for healing and damage. So that puts his viability up in other roles too, I think. Because you can actually lane with his 2 more, right? You can heal your minions, or you can do damage with them. Yeah, level 2's gotta be so good with Sylve, right? Level 1 it hits creeps for 2 a tick. Okay, so it's pretty low. Either way, I think. Wait, is that same for damage and healing or no? But either way, like having this hit waves, I feel like might make him solo lane viable. That's damage. Oh, okay. That's not that good then. I feel like it should do more damage than that. I don't know if there's managed procs other than divine. Oh, starter. Yeah, I guess if you went like gem or sands. We'll see if this has much impact. I think this won't actually be too big of a deal. Oh, it doesn't proc seeds on hitting minions. Okay, this would be broken if you got seeds from it. You get so much cooldown reduction. But I don't think it's a huge deal. Okay, base healing on Chang'e 3. Remove the healing reduction debuff on this ability. Chang'e deals 5% increased damage to new debuff applied from damaging abilities. Okay. Chang'e deals 5% increased damage to this enemy, stacking 3 times. This debuff lasts 4 seconds. Interesting. So you can get up to 15% damage increase, but by then you have used your 3 abilities. But one other should be coming up because your cooldowns are really low. Or, yes, so it might just be a nerf, but her damage output's going to be higher. 50% damage increase isn't nothing, that's for sure. So we'll see, we'll see. So raw heal, I'm sure, is way less. 10 to 50, 12 to 60. Base is actually increased, but can't scale at all. And I think the healing was like all from the scaling, to be honest. Prots are up 8 to 20 to 10 to 26, so you get more prots from this. More power, 8 to 20, 10 to 26. 14 to 30, 15 to 35, okay. Reduce cooldown by 2 seconds, decrease mana cost. This ability looks... It's just worse for sure, but... It has more utility, I guess. Decrease scaling. Add a new damage component that deals true damage equal to 5% of the target's max HP to enemy gods. So I guess it'll hit frontliners harder on Rowlet. I think Ra just got nerfs here, but maybe the like prots will be a big deal. We'll see. On to Guan. Decrease healing, 5150, 30 to 110. So yeah, we're down 20 scaling to 50. Or 40, sorry, 20 scaling to 40. This ability now applies the 1 second flat CDR effect on all gods healed. Okay. So there's some crazy like things I feel like with cooldown related stuff. I don't know. But I could see a Guan just sitting by like a mage and just spam reducing their cooldowns. Or you're reducing your assassin when you're diving with them. And there's another tick of Tau Assault. So his 3 has an extra tick. Which is pretty significant too. Yeah, if you had a Guan and an Afro, and the Afro is linked to the Guan 3 reducing his cooldowns, plus there is an item up there that reduces cooldowns too for when you heal. Plus like tossing like a cooldown med, you know? You'll be going crazy with your buttons, no doubt. But you could just have like a mage slamming. It'd be better to link like a mage with Afro, I think. Having that guy spam whenever he wants. Okay, let's see what Terra got. Decrease heal from 3 to 15, 2 to 10, no scaling. This ability now provides 10 to 30 protections while inside the area. Looks like a straight buff to me. The healing wasn't that significant. It was nice, the healing, but it was definitely like low relative to other abilities. But this 3 is really OP. You can still proc Lotus Crown too, but also you get more prots like The 3 as a defensive ability is gonna be like really strong. Decreased heal 100 to 300, 70 to 210, plus scaling. I wonder how high the base heal on this actually feels. Move the heal over time from this ability. Okay. There's no heal over time. Increase ally damage mitigation from 5 to 10%. So it'll be significantly less healing, I guess. No heal over time. Uh, that might make like on-carded to counter it or something, but more mitigations. This seems like pretty good, I think. Terra I think will be good. Resolute, I don't even know what how his passive works. But he gets more prots from his passive, I guess. Decrease heal. Decrease heal. Decrease cooldown by 6 seconds, Jesus. And the mana cost. I think these are pretty good horse buffs. 6 seconds is a long time on your escape, dude. That's like a long time. Alright, Oleron. Decrease heal, that's all I got, nothing else. Decrease heal. Of course, none of these have scaling now. Cupid now gains a passive stack whenever he or an ally picks up a heart from this ability. That's cool. Decrease cooldown from 14 to 13. We'll see if this is a buff. It might make him get more stuns off. Getting 3 stacks instantly is pretty nice. Okay, decreased on the heal. Decreased missing health heal. Now applies a slow immunity for the buff duration. That's pretty nice, honestly. So many the whole time is like pretty nice. I don't know how to think like these will balance out or not, you know? Decrease cooldown from her 3. That's going to be annoying. Increase damage mitigation by 5%. Decreased heal 90 to 190. Obviously no magic scaling, so it's a big nerf to power ESET. Looks like a buff to tank ESET though. But you get damage mitts, so. Yes, yes, yes. You love it, Priv. Decrease heal. Flat. Increase Druid power debuff from 5 to 15, 9 to 15. Search it better earlier on without putting points in it. Increase Bear self buff from 10 to 30, from 15 to 35. Pretty much same deal, but top end's a little higher. Decrease heal per hit. Yep. Increase Bear slow. It's always 30. That's going to be nice for RDO. Increase movement speed per stack from our ult. 1, 1, 1 to 3. It slightly scales up. So maybe we'll see people put points in ult or something. Yeah, we got Cthulhu here. Cthulhu ult has a lot of healing, so. Increase attack speed slow from 10 to 30, from 20 to 30. On Sanity Break. Is that his 1? What is that? What is Sanity Break? Is that his passive? Okay, it's his 1. I didn't know that had attack speed slow, to be honest. Increase base damage per shot. So 2 hits a little harder, better for clearing. Maybe we'll see him get some play because of this. This is like impactful for wave stuff. The god's probably decent late. Depends how much he can one shot or not, but yeah. Decrease self damage of this ability from 6 to 4%. Okay. Reduces healing. 5 to 9. From 8 to 12. Still below 20% health. I don't know what that means. Non-team healer god balance. Okay, so these were all the team healers. So pretty by the way. And now we're getting to the self-healing gods. Okay, HP 5 is not included. Increase from 50 to 40%. These guys are also below. Oh, healing reduction has gone down. Okay. Except Serb and Opwash are the main anti-healers. And Circuit, and sorry, Circuit, whatever. Okay. Gift of Gods, this is passive. You get more prots per level and power per level. On his passive, revert, decrease heal on his 2. More flat heal. This might end up being a net buff. It's 10 power, 10 prots, and it's not that much. The healing wasn't huge on Achilles either, maybe? I don't know. Okay, more HP per level for AMC. Basic strike power is up. I think this is pretty big because it scales with levels for hunters. We have passive healing for this ability, so one doesn't heal at all. It gains HP 5 in the area. Is this different? Wait, what is AMC now? He just straight healing. I feel like this might just be better, but I don't know. Decrease maximum health restore 7 to 5. Decrease cooldown from 14 to 12 on Undead Surge. Dude, I don't know these buttons at all. What's his one? Okay. Planavistora, movement speed 5 to 21, 9 to 21, so it's way better early. 9's a lot without putting a point in it. Heal per tick is down, obviously. Flat. Decrease healing increase from his. This is passive, down by 13%. He can move at his 1 at 50% movement speed. Splitting out deals damage every 0.25 instead of 0.5. Decrease damage per tick. From 35 to 95 to 18 to 50. I think this is actually a buff to damage. Oh, scaling's down though. I think it's buff to base damage. Scaling's down, but it ticks more often. Lower heal on Alkong passive. Less healing reduction on the Arachne one. Decrease your healing too. Targets successfully stunned by Cocoon have their active cooldowns increased by 2 seconds. Anti-CDR, decreased cooldown from 15 to 14. Anti-CDR, interesting. I don't know if that'll make a big deal. Decreased heal from the house for Baba. Baba's 2 seconds off it. And a mana buff. This is just straight buffs for Baba. She'll probably get some play. Decreased healing on Chug. And healing reduction. So straight nerfs on Bacchus. Takedown debuff. Now applies 40% healing reduction for the duration. Okay. Decreased healing on Eat minion. Cooldown's down by like half. Jesus Christ, dude. You're gonna nerf Shooter heal? Yeah. So Bacchusora, Jesus. Bacchusora has his Eat up always, basically. 8 seconds is kind of crazy. I don't know if that'll make him good or not, but 8 seconds and anti-healing. I mean, it's like nice. You just always can eat if you want, I guess. The heal is actually up on base, but doesn't scale. Bastard had a lifesteal passive, which is just nerfed. But they increased the damage on her 1 from 80 to 300, 95 to 315. 15 at all ranks, okay. With 40% cooldown, yeah. Kind of crazy. But what, you're just eating minions like all day for fun? I don't know. It's not doing that much, I feel like. It's not like a broken ability. Okay, best at 1, increased by 10 at all ranks. Slows up to 20% at all ranks. So a little Basta or Bologna 1 buff. Dude, we're only on B. Decrease healing on our 3. Okay. We'll see if that matters. Camazot's our little jungler action. So we've nerfed his. This is the pools. Decrease lifesteal. Screech increased damage 90 to 270, 100 to 280, and 5% scaling. Increase echo buff 10 to 30, 15 to 35. Okay, and decrease it by 1 second. So some straight buffs for the 1. Decrease heal on the jump. Decrease buff per stack. Now provides anti-heal effect. Okay. Decrease heal per hit on the. Wait, this is 2, sorry. This is jump. But the cooldown's down to 15 seconds at all ranks. Which is nice because you don't put points in it. So he heals less, does more damage. Basically all that Baka is, or Camazotz is. Healing dealt means in basketball terms. Don't know about that one. Increase healing reduction to 40%. Increase healing stolen to 80%. So Curb's gonna be stealing healing. Increase stun duration 1 to 1.8, 1 to 1.8. Oh, 1.4, sorry. So it starts at a higher level. And cooldown's down by a second. Healing's down. On is 3. Decreased lifesteal on is 1. Buffed summer heat physical power on is 1. Autumn decay stays longer. Chill duration's longer. And this slows up higher. Decreased healing. Increased attack speed reduction on is 3. 5 to 25, 15 to 25. Wow, so the base is really high. Increased damage on Stormcall's is alt. 250 to 450, 300 to 500. Alright. Everyone anti-heal? Yeah, they're tossing it around a little bit. Decrease healing per consumed stack from 30 plus 5 per god. Okay, so you heal less. Increase base damage. Base power. Power. Decrease cooldown by a second. I think these are kind of buffs. Some of these healings, like things weren't even a part of their kit, so it's kind of just buffs. Some Hades nerf. Oh, I hope so, dude. Decrease section 1 heal from 1.5% max health per second. Okay, so we're nerfing his heal on a C, makes sense. Healing reduction down to 40. Increase base damage 85 to 265. The base damage up 10 at all ranks. Healing's nerfed on his 2. Increase field of movement speed 20% at all ranks, really big. Leaf movement speed 20 to 40, 30 to 40. Wow, so also really big. You don't need to put points in this really. You're kind of zooming in this button. Erlang, decreased lifesteal, increased damage reduction 3 to 7, 5 to 7. What's up, Oliver? Decreased heal from 150 to 450 to 100 to 300. Increased mitigation 25% at all ranks. Jesus. And a higher taunt. Dude, 25 instantly is really high. How long does it last? Let me go to Erlang. For the 4 seconds. Wow. That's a lot of damage mitigation. Or damage reduction. Mitigation and then you have reduction here too. Interesting. I'm not sure where Erlang's place will be, but that's just pretty good. He could be good. He might be better for solo, yeah. Okay, bonus protection cap up by 10. Increase attack speed 10 to 30, 20 to 30. So base without putting points is really high. It's 20. It's got doubled base, so then healing's less. Nerf on heal Fenner 2 by 15%. Fairy lifesteal down on our passive. Base protect power by Gilga's up by 5. Decreased lifesteal on his 3. Allies will be granted up to 50. Okay. Decrease cooldown on his ult by 10 seconds. That's kind of nice. His ult's like really important for him. And lifesteal wasn't important in this, I don't think. I don't know if this matters. Space attack power. Alright, Hades nerf. Thank God, dude. Decrease healing. It's just flat healing. We'll see if this just like increase cooldown reduction per hit from 0.2 to 0.4. Cooldown reduction. Wait, what? What does that mean? What is this? For each enemy hit, Hades reduces ability cooldowns by 0.2 seconds. What the fuck? Since when is that in the game? Is this like per tick? The fact that it's so low makes me think it's per tick. Dude, that's broken. Per tick? Jesus. I didn't realize that at all. Well, Hades always have his 1, 2, and 3 up after his ult. Okay, Herc has lost 2 seconds on his 1. Mana's gone down 2. He's lost 2 seconds on his 2. And it no longer needs points in it to scale down. It's always at 11. Alright. Herc's always already pretty good. You nerf? No, I think it's a buff. This is a buff. His clones are going to go down more. Okay, so these are 2 big buffs. 2 seconds is a lot. And Mana's down 2. Which is nice. What's up, Oliver? Decrease initial heal 60 to 220, 45 to 165. That is a lot less, Decrease damage returned from 30 to 70, 20 to 52. So his 3 is worse, but Herc's gonna be, he's gonna be having his buns up often. There's no doubt about that. Those suckers will be up often. Alright, decrease heal on Kali, kill, 60 to 40, 20 to 15. Okay. Increase damage from 70, this is her jump, 70 to 270, 85 to 285, so it's up by 15 at all ranks. Decrease heal on it though. Decrease lifesteal on the 2. Stun duration's 1.2, so maybe you get an extra auto or something. Cooldown's down. Cooldown's big. Destruction increased damage 25 to 45, 5%. From 30 to 50, 8%. Okay, so your ult does a little more damage. Are these good for Kali or bad? I don't know how much you need to sustain or not. You still have it a little bit. I think these aren't like the best buffs for her though. She gets a little more base damage, I guess. But it's on her abilities, which, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to think about those for Kali. They might end up being good for her. We'll stop that. Decrease physical lifesteal. I don't know anything about this character, so decrease healing reduction. Sure. What's up, Oliver? Healing reduction down, yep. Decrease cooldown by 1 second. Decrease cooldown 16 to 12 is 14 to 12 now. Which you don't put points into too, so that's a big deal. Decrease missing health. So you heal less from ult. Morgan probably better still. The healing was nice though. Decrease cooldown from 16 to 12, 14 to 12. Okay, increase slow. Wait, cooldown. I guess you don't level. You might not level this anymore. I think it's good in jungle, but the 2 is better in solo for sure. Increase slow is up by 5% and heals down. Yeah, you might be less inclined to actually level your 2 with the healing down, but maybe you probably still would. Decrease heal, increase attack speed from 15 to 55, from 25 to 55. That's a lot of attack speed. Extra 10 in rank 1. And crit strike's gone up by 5%. I don't like that. I don't like getting crit by random Neja too. Alright, base HP is up on Neath. Increase root duration from 1.2 to 2, 1.6 to 2. Pretty unimpactful. Decreased healing. Yep. Decreased wave heal. Weave heal, sorry, not wave. Increase slow. I guess the HP is gonna be nice, but like these don't seem like huge buffs to Neath. Let's look at Nem. Base damage 45 to 165, 50 to 170. So it's 10 damage because it gets doubled in the center. Decrease healing, decrease cooldown though. These might be buffs. I'm not sure. Is 10 damage that much? For 10 damage in 2 seconds for 30% healing? It's probably buffs. Prot Shred is 4 to 20, 8 to 24. Okay, Prot Shred's pretty high on that Q1. Cooldown's down on this. And base damage on ult is up too, wow. So some Nike buffs, I think because of the anti-shield items, these characters are getting buffs would be my guess. Cooldown on Raven Shout. I think that's his jump. And that's down. Increase power. 5 plus 1 per level to 10. Decrease lifesteal. Decrease ability lifesteal. Wait, what is... Do your passive just get power when you're low? Is that what it was for Pele? I don't even know. Yeah, I guess it's power. Well, I had no idea you got power in that. That's a lot of power though. That's an extra 20 total for a passive. Heal on this. Cooldown's down though by 2. Scaling's up by 5%. Some nice Persephone buffs. I don't think the healing was that impactful, but it's probably decent. Power's up by 5, healing's down. Power's up by 5, healing's down. Power's up by 5, healing's down. Power's up by 5, lifesteal's down. Increased damage per acorn, 50 to 130, 70 to 170. Scaling's up by 20% also. Wow. Dude, this ability slams. Increased damage reduction from multiple acorns, from 25% to 40%. Okay, is that kind of like evening it out with like the acorn, like the 5 acorn? Decrease reduction floor from 25% to 20. Just cooldown to 12 seconds. Wow. I wonder if Rad'll get more looks because of this or not. We'll have to see. Okay, Robin's cooldown on his 3. Or overhead kicked. That's his 2, sorry. And 3 healings down. Yeah, this can make you... I think I used to max my 2, but maybe you don't anymore. You just max your 3. Increased damage reduction. 5% up on set. 1 cooldown down on his 3. These are really good buffs for him. Healing's down though. 35 to 60, 35 75, 25 to 85. Plus no scaling. And move speed's up by 5%. Interesting. 5% damage reduction's pretty nice. And cooldown's down. Yeah. You have less like set moments where you heal through everything, but earlier it's pretty comparable because scaling's not a big deal by then. Maybe mid game it's nerfs, or like it's significant nerfs. Increased bliss, HP by MPI buff, aura from 4 to 8. Increased debuff from 2 to 4. Okay. Decrease cooldown 14 to 13. Increase mana restore. Decrease healing. Effect amplify, healing amplify, BC. Okay. Pull Shiva buffs. Yeah, this ult's kind of bad. It's decent damage, I guess. Increased damage from 80 to 260, 90, so 10 flat, 1 cooldown. Heal is nerfed by a bit. Reduction is nerfed by 10. Healing's down on Soul 1. Attack speed on the passive. Oh wait, no, this is 2, right? Master's Will, sorry. Master's Will is 2. Attack speed reduction is up by 10%. Cooldown on his 3's down, which is nice. And he heals less in his ult. Heals less in his passive. Thana. Ooh, Thana. Decreased health cost from abilities. Okay, so he uses less health to cost his abilities. Dude, his ultimate costs 10% of his health. Is that true? What the fuck? Yeah, 35% attack speed slow is pretty significant. Okay. Decreased HP restore from gods by 5%. From minions by 3%. Decreased cooldown on his scythe by 1 second. Decreased healing from it by 25%. Decreased cooldown on his 3 from 1 second. Hovering death. Increased base damage 90 to 230. 110 to 250. So 20 damage on that. And stun duration is up by 0.5. These might be Thana buffs. I think they are Thana buffs. You think worse? I don't think so. I think he's better. But I'm not 100% sure either. T-Mat. Heal is down. Tsukiyomi, increased swing damage. From his, this is 2. 30 to 130, 35 to 135, 5% scaling. Happens twice. Okay, so it gets doubled. So it's 10% scaling, 10 flat damage. Decrease the heal on, I think that's his autos. He heals from like kind of his autos to passives. Decrease cooldown on stance change. Change stance, whatever. To 10 seconds. Decreased healing. Decrease cooldown. 2 seconds on his 2, 1 second on his 3. These are both stance. And decreased lifesteal on his axe. Increase base attack speed to 1. Increase phys proc conversion 20 to 25. Increase attack speed 10 to 15. Increase protections gained in his ult. Increase power gain on the base early. And decrease lifesteal. But shielding's also worse because of the anti-shield item. Decreased heal on Zhong 2. Book of Demons is his 3, I think. decrease the cooldown by 2 seconds, and the stun is up to 1 second. At all ranks. 2 times for marked targets. Little Zhong buffs at the end. Alright, I think that's it though. Jeez, there's a lot of healing stuff. That's kind of cool. I mean, that's exciting to see how things will go. Yeah, what are you guys thinking? I'm gonna put this on YouTube, I guess, so I guess people watching on YouTube, let me know your thoughts too.